It's 8:52 here in New York. We understand that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center.
We now have 2 passenger planes smashing into the World Trade Center.
It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
When people say never forget, sometimes when you sit back and watch the world today, you think, did they forget? Yeah. You know, did people only remember on the week before, the week after September 11th? No, this happens every single day.
Yeah.
You know, I don't forget.
I will never forget. My best friend growing up, he lost his father in 9/11. You know, seeing his name here brings back a lot of good memories and, you know, some really sad memories as well. Yeah, it's hard to fathom what our lives would be had 9/11 not happened.
There's a couple things in my life I can remember. I can remember that standing right in Red Bank, New Jersey, at the cruiser station, September 12th. I was like, here I am, send me. Would I do it again? Absolutely. Look at how many brothers and sisters that we have in the Wounded Warrior Project that have signed up because of 9/11. Did you have thoughts of joining the military?
Prior to September 11th, that wasn't even something on the radar. I remember driving past the armory in Staten Island and seeing those big tanks outside and seeing the guys in their berets and their BDUs and just thinking, wow, like that's really cool. Like it's like a movie. And then I never would have thought that a year later I would be raising my right hand and saying, you know, I'm here, I'm ready to serve. I would do it again in a second. Is this the first time you're here?
I was here once before, several years ago, but I really couldn't come in. I only did the first part and then I had to leave because it was just too much for me.
Yeah. What do you remember specifically about September 11th?
I remember getting a phone call early in the morning and I put the TV on to see the second plane go in. So from where I live, I was able to go down to the beach. It probably took a couple minutes. The smoke and the smell came to our town because of the way the wind was coming. I've never been here to dig or help, but I've been to the landfill to help try and find a black box.
Yeah.
And to see something that was once a building and looking for something so small, it was an eye-opener.
Yeah, I can't even imagine digging through all that. I know they were bringing over a lot of the remains from the World Trade Center to Staten Island to the landfill. And just to think of you having to dig and look through all that and not knowing what you're going to find, that must have been so hard. One thing I remember so vividly from that morning was how beautiful the sky was. This wall behind us signifies that sky. It still resonates with me till this day. It was like our picture-perfect day was taken from us and people's lives were taken as well as a result of the attacks on 9/11. One of the beautiful things about this memorial is that the future generations, they can come together and learn and never forget about what happened on September 11th. They can tell their children about it, and the people that lost their lives will never be forgotten.
And I'm glad that I had someone else here that could understood how I felt and what happened that day. This place does exist to never forget, and when you come here, you see people that have not forgotten.